Hello and welcome. Today we'll be talking about a number of important topics when it comes to PCOS. I'm pleased and honored to have Professor Vittorio Unfer with us, who is considered the world's #1 expert on inositol. In fact, he's recently formed a group of experts on the topic who do a lot of research, and their articles can be found online at www.inositolgroup.com. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us, Professor Unfer. Let's get to the first question, which is, what are the biggest challenges that doctors face when diagnosing and then subsequently managing PCOS?
Well, there are many. PCOS is an extremely common disorder affecting about 50% of women in reproductive age. Even this high prevalence of the syndrome, its diagnosis remains quite confusing. This is in part due to the lack of specific diagnostic criteria. Indeed, the clinical history of a few laboratory tests are not always enough to make the diagnosis and exclude other entities that may present in much the same way. On the other hand, once the diagnosis is made, another challenge for doctors is promoting an approach to manage not only hirsutism and infertility, but also the long-term risk of insulin resistance.
Thank you. And what is the link between insulin resistance and PCOS?
So, this is a common question. Insulin resistance is a key feature of both obese and lean PCOS women. It is occurring in 70 to 95% of obese PCOS and 30 to 75% of lean PCOS. When insulin resistance occurs, it's like our body is not sensitive toward the insulin message. This condition pushes insulin-responsive tissue to increase insulinemia, generating a hyperinsulinemia, which can impair the ovulation and cause the ovaries to make too much testosterone.
How has the introduction of Myo-Inositol changed the medical management of PCOS?
Thank you for asking, because I love talking about this topic. The introduction of Myo-Inositol represents a valid contribution to the medical management of PCOS. Indeed, many hormonal and reproductive impairments associated with this disorder are improved by its supplementation. This is due to the double activity of Myo-Inositol. On one hand, it is able to stimulate intracellular glucose uptake, promoting its systematic disease and reduction of hyperinsulinemia and consequently of free testosterone. On the other hand, Myo-Inositol is a second messenger of FSH, which is involved in follicular development and ovulation. In PCOS women, we observe a Myo-Inositol deficit and ovarian level, causing an impaired of FSH signal and therefore impaired ovulation. This represents the rationale of its supplementation in these women. Indeed, Myo-Inositol is an insulin sensitizer and, together with its hormonal role, can effectively improve signs and symptoms of these women and avoid and postpone the use of other gold standard drugs. We wish you a great success.